Allstate first, and you could save hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
We're learning tonight what caused the tragic death of a 5-year-old here in Dayton.
Charles Brown was pronounced dead at the DeSoto Bass Apartments back on March 30th. Lydia Bice has been following this case for us since the very beginning. What did you learn today?
So we now know that 5-year-old Charles Brown died from accidental overdose of fentanyl and 2 other drugs. The crimes listed in the police report from this incident include involuntary manslaughter and endangering children. But the Montgomery County Prosecutor's Office hasn't released any official charges just yet. I reached out to the prosecutor's office to see why that is, and they sent the following statement saying, quote, assistant prosecutors met with Dayton police detectives to review this matter, but it was determined that additional investigation needed to be completed before any decision on charges could be made. Once the investigation has been completed, they will meet again to review the evidence.
And do we know who the little boy was staying with at the time of his death?
So it's not confirmed who Charles was staying with at the time of his death or how he had access to the drugs, but the Dayton Police Department told us today that DPD's care house and homicide units are investigating the incident and that at this time, no one is in police custody. Coming up on Fox 45 at 6:30, you'll hear from medical experts on how common these tragedies are in our community. Back to you.
Major changes tonight in the Beaver Creek Xenia area. Check out the drone video we shot earlier of the new US 35 Treybine overpass. It's now open and moving into the next phase of the project. So we do have a detailed list of the new traffic pattern because it could be a little confusing and really what's expected to be in place for the next several months while the rest of that project is finished. You can find that on our website at Dayton247now.com.
Trotwood Madison City Schools now searching for a new superintendent after the current one announced a resignation. Dr. Reva Cosby has been the superintendent for the district for the past 4 years. At last night's Board of Education meeting, the district approved that resignation. They then appointed Assistant Superintendent of Operation Marlon Howard as interim superintendent. Now, Dr. Cosby sent us a statement about her resignation, saying in part, quote, I am grateful for my time as superintendent of Trotwood Madison City Schools. We have accomplished a lot in my 4 years at the helm, and I believe the students and staff in this district are poised and ready to continue on their trajectory to aspire to go higher. Each and every one of them is capable of reaching their aspirations.
Let's give you a live look tonight from the Beaver Creek area from our Eco Plumber Skycam and send it out to Chief Meteorologist Natalie Walters.
Well, yet another very hot day out here. Hottest day so far of the year. We made it to 94 degrees. We've been getting gradually hotter each day. It was 93 yesterday, and I'm thinking we're going to be a little hotter tomorrow, too. And that heat advisory remains in effect through the day tomorrow until 8 p.m. So hot, humid conditions. A little less humid today, but still anticipating heat indices climbing to around 100 for our day tomorrow, too. So right now we're in the 90s, 95 Springboro. We have 93 in Dayton, 94 up in Sydney right now. Factoring in the humidity, we do have a little bit of a heat index. It feels like 95 in Dayton, feels like 97 in Wilmington right now. So still a very hot one out there. Rest of the evening will fall into the lower 70s, though, with a mostly clear sky. Have a look at the rest of the weekend and next week with a cool off coming up.
Well, the Center Point Energy Dayton Air Show presented by Kroger just a day away now. And the other big story of the weekend is, as Natalie alluded to, that scorching heat. So Eli Burgett is live with ways your family can stay cool if you're headed out to the show. Eli?
Well, less than 24 hours from now, this place is going to be packed with both people and aircraft. And with that, temperatures are going to reach upwards of 95 degrees, as Natalie just said. But don't worry. The Dayton Air Show staff assures us that there are plenty of ways for you and your family to cool off while in attendance. And they'll have plenty of staff on hand just in case you need medical attention.
Here at the Dayton Air Show, we have 4 cooling tents. So you're going to want to get them to a cooling tent. If you're unable to get them there, you can flag any person down that's got a red event shirt on and get them the help that they need.
The Centerpoint Dayton Air Show presented by Kroger is all about seeing exciting aircraft and having a good time. But with the high temperatures, it's important to stay safe as well, and hydrating is the key. The air show will have plenty of places for you to get some cool drinks like slushies, sodas, and beers, but the most crucial beverage of them all is high-quality H2O, to quote Adam Sandler right there. On top of that, the air show will feature several cooling stations and shady areas like the Centerpoint Kids Hangar, a nice place to relax, cool off, or drain the occasional cornhole shot. With facilities like these, the Dayton Air Show has got you covered so you can have as much fun as possible and stay safe in the process. Gates open here tomorrow at 9 a.m., so you have plenty of time to get as hydrated as possible before the show starts. Back to you.
Well, more than 300 kids here in the Miami Valley had their very own air show this afternoon. Now, the air show partnering with a special wish to make it happen for the kiddos. The performers for this weekend show put on a preview show, followed by the kids getting a chance to actually meet the Blue Angels.
And this day is so important to our Wish kids because during the regular air show, the crowds are so large, majority of our kids can't be on grounds because of immune system issues or mobility issues. So today we have the grounds to ourselves. We've got taco truck coming out to feed the kids. We've got popsicles, water, drinks. It's just a fun day for our Wish kids and their families to come out and see the greatest event in Dayton in the summer.
The kids also got to take pictures and get signatures from the headliners, which is an opportunity most people don't get. Well, months of preparation are now over, and one of the biggest parties of the summer, the Dayton Air Show, as we've mentioned, is getting ready to kick off its 50th anniversary with tonight's parade. Jenna Lee Bork live from Vandalia. So, Jenna Lee, it's going to be a good one. So what can people expect?
Yes, Elise, it is. A lot of the floats and performers are going to be military themed. Youth organizations will also be involved. Vandalia Butler Chamber of Commerce president says this is the highest number of participants and volunteers they've seen in 5 years, and the turnout is expected to be big.
This is a big year. This is a very big year. Every year, you know, people get excited for this. Something very special about the 50th year. It's just a chance to showcase, you know, what a wonderful city this is for community, for business.
So, Jenna Lee, it looks like people are already lining the streets. How early did they show up?
Elise, I got here around 4:15 and there were already chairs lining the street, but people got here around 5 o'clock. National and Dixie streets are going to be closed at 6:45, and the parade is expected to start at 6:55 and go all the way until between 8:30 and 8:45. Coming up at 10 and 11 later tonight, hear everything the parade had in store for those who showed up. Back to you.
And of course, the headliners of this year's show are the U.S. Navy Blue Angels, who have a very special demonstration planned, and our very own Alex King was selected this year to fly with the Blue Angels. Photojournalist Lee Furry shows us her experience of the performance from inside the plane.
All right, here we go. Keep those arms in. The 589er turn left. 140, we're going flying. Here we go, tighten the legs, pretty, hit it. Nice work, all done.
Whoa, that was insane.
There's 4 G's right there. You ready to go?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, here we go to the left. Nice and loose. Nice job. So that's negative 1G right there. And we're going to roll out to the right.
Oh my God.
Nice work. A little different, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that.
All right, very it. Ready to go, Alex?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, tighten the legs. Ready, hit it. So 506 Whiskey Charlie, Indy Center, Roger. 506. Nice job, Alex. All done, all done. That was 5192, contact Indy Center 125.07. Nice work. That was awesome. Oh, very good. That was 7.4 Gs.
Oh my God.
And we started just above ground level. We're at 10,000 feet. So that was just about 2 miles vertically that we traveled.
Oh my God.
And not very long.
No.
Oh man, glad her, not me. All right, well, if you're heading out to the show this weekend, we'd love to see your photos and videos. If you have something to share, you can share them via Chime In. If you've got something right now, just scan the QR code. It'll take you to the Chime In page, and you can upload those photos and videos right to us. You might even see them live here on the air.
An update tonight on the man hit by a coaster at Kings Island. We're going to take a look at some shared accountability for the park and guests next.
Also, the heat taking a toll on everyone, especially farmers. How this weather is impacting the crops this season.
And I'm tracking that heat, how much longer it will last. And I do have a big cool down on the way, or a little cool down on the way that's coming up. You're watching Dayton 24/7 now.
Dayton 20. Customer cash on select CX-50s at Jeff Schmidt Mazda in Beaver Creek.
Weather Window, presented by the National Weather Desk.
This month's full moon, known as the Strawberry Moon, peaks tonight, but it'll appear full all the way through Sunday morning. And since it comes one day after the summer solstice, NASA says it'll shine lower in the sky than usual. This impressive shelf cloud was spotted in central Nebraska last night. There were several tornado reports and flooding following more than 5 inches of rainfall.
For more content like this, like the National Weather Desk on Facebook.
The Banshee roller coaster at Kings Island remains closed this evening, and the man hit by that coaster remains in critical condition. He's at UC Medical Center, reportedly with severe head trauma. A park employee tells us the speed of the train at the point of impact, likely upwards of 70 miles per hour. Now, we spoke earlier today with a forensic investigator who has testified as an expert witness in amusement park cases throughout the country. He says while guests have a responsibility to follow park warnings, amusement parks have a responsibility to guard against foreseeable circumstances, like people trying to hop fences.
If the risk for injury is as bad as like this scenario is, then there is a duty to do more. In an instance of a fence, it is reasonably foreseeable that someone will climb a fence. So if that's the case, then maybe you put, razor wire on top, or you have some other blockage.
An Ohio law passed in 2021 makes it a minor misdemeanor to not follow amusement park rules, and subsequent violations are 4th-degree misdemeanors punishable by up to a $250 fine and 30 days in jail. Parks have also been known to impose lifetime bans on people who violate rules that could cause injury or death.
Well, along with the heat, it has also been very dry. You probably have noticed the grass getting extra yellow, extra crunchy. We have abnormally dry conditions. This is our latest drought monitor for pretty much the entirety of the Miami Valley, and that is because we have been without rain for quite some time. We've seen a shower here and there, but for the most part, just 1.12 inches of rainfall for the month of June. That puts us well behind, 1.79 inches behind for the month, and for the year, we're now behind 0.86 inches. So we could use some rainfall at this point. We don't have a whole lot in the forecast, but eventually we will see this cold front make its way in by Sunday, bringing us a chance for some showers and a few thunderstorms too. So early tomorrow, waking up to the 70s. By the afternoon, we're going to be in the mid-90s. So we do start to heat up. Could see some upper 90s out there, but overall plan on a quiet day on Saturday. Now, early Sunday, our cold front begins to arrive. This is going to be bringing us a chance for some showers and a few thunderstorms. It does look like this will be an early day event, likely moving through by the late morning, but we could potentially see a storm or two pop up by the afternoon as well. There is a very low risk for a stronger to severe storm out of this, so we'll monitor that. But eventually we have some slightly drier air that returns heading into our Monday. We'll have 60s in the morning, 80s as we head into the afternoon, maybe a 90-degree temperature. We stay pretty warm as we head into our Monday, Tuesday, as well as Wednesday, still staying above normal with those upper 80s, lower 90s. But late next week, Thursday, Friday, high temperatures back into the lower 80s, which will be back below normal for this time of the year, and that's with comfortable humidity. Humidity not terrible out there right now in the 60s and 70s, but our muggy meter does show that we will see a little peak by Wednesday. That's with another cold front that swings through, but fairly comfortable humidity over these next several days. I'll talk about our 7-day coming up in a bit.
Well, amidst the dangerous heat wave, farmers across the region are working hard to keep their crops alive. The heat and very little rain is a dangerous combination this early in the season. So Chelsea Sick spoke to local farmers about how this could impact your grocery bill.
Here in Ohio, we are used to heat waves in the summer, but it's the timing of this one that is concerning our local farmers.
We're trying to do what we can to keep costs low, but when you have to spend hundreds and hundreds, even thousands of dollars running irrigation systems and paying employees to manually move these things, yeah, it has to go. You have to get that cost somewhere.
We've also had very little rain. They say they don't usually deal with these conditions until later in the summer, when half of this crop would already be harvested. This is sweet corn. You can see here it's starting to wilt. They say even the farms that have irrigation systems to water these plants, it costs a lot of money to irrigate an entire crop. That could drive up prices for produce.
The city of Dayton now has a set of new EMTs and paramedics out in the field. Graduation ceremony held today at City Hall for the 7 first responders. They worked hard for 6 weeks, learning the rules and orders of the department, physical therapy, and daily testing.
It feels incredible. It was 6 weeks of so much work. so much studying, so much training. So to finally be standing here it truly is thrilling. I think I can speak for all of us that we're all excited to get out into the community and start working for Dayton Fire Department. I know all of us feel very excited to be able to start working with the citizens of Dayton.
Beginning Monday, the new EMTs will be assigned to one of 12 fire stations in the city.
A story from our partners at the Dayton Business Journal. A large healthcare chain has now invested more than $500,000 into updating a Springboro medical facility. Premier Health is putting that money towards Springboro Family Medicine's MRI facilities. The project includes installing new shielding, flooring, walls, and upgrading the cabling. The MRI equipment itself is also being replaced with more advanced technology. We have all the details right now at Dayton247now.com. You can find this story and others like it under the Dayton Business Journal heading in the News tab.
When kids are fed, they're fueled to thrive, but for many that rely on schools for their meals, the summer can be a challenge. That's why we're partnering with Feeding America for St. Clair Care's Summer Hunger Relief. You can scan that QR code, help provide meals for children and families here in the Miami Valley.
Well, a new boba tea shop is now open in the greater Dayton area. Look at boba. Okay, and the drinks they have to offer.
You're watching Dayton 24/7 now.
Here's what I know.
CMA Fest, Tuesday, 8, 7 Central on ABC.
The Dayton 24/7 Now News app, brought to you by the Jeff Schmidt Auto Group.
Well, a new boba tea shop is now open in the greater Dayton area. Tage Joshi gives us a look at O Boba and the different delicious drinks they have to offer.
There is a delicious new place to get boba tea now open in the Dayton area. This is O Boba. It's located just off Brown Street, right by the University of Dayton. They have all kinds of delicious boba drinks that you can get with the tapioca balls at the bottom of the milk tea. Of course, they also have fruit teas. They also have other kinds of bursting pearls, popping pearls, just delicious stuff across the board. Plus, what you're seeing on screen now is some of the incredible waffles you can get here. The bubble waffle, the cat paw waffle, just incredible things to get right here at O Boba. It's so good that when you grab the boba here, it makes you say, oh. Of course, this is one of their top sellers here. This is the Tiger Black Milk Tea, one that I am excited to drink and enjoy. My friends, back to you in the studio.
That does look pretty refreshing for a hot day like today or this weekend, which is going to be hot. So heading out to the air show, make sure you are prepped for the heat. We're going to be in the 90s for our Saturday. Overall quiet Saturday expected, but still going to be very hot and a little humid. Feels like temperatures around the century mark. Now Sunday, there is a chance for showers and a few thunderstorms, especially for the first half of the day. That's what it's looking like right now. So we'll be watching that closely. Can't completely rule out a stronger storm, so we'll monitor that with temperatures that will be in the upper 80s. And it does look like by our Sunday evening, we will be on the quieter side. So it starts to look a little bit better. And our extended forecast is looking pretty good too. Wednesday, we got a chance for some storms. That's with another cold front.